What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you guys back on the channel. Today's episode, we have the complete beginner's guide to barcodes and SKUs. So whether you're a fashion business selling thousands and thousands of styles, or you're just selling 10 or 20 styles, having an effective inventory and stock keeping system is going to be essential to tracking your sales, knowing what sizes you're selling, what colors you're selling, what products are selling out the most, and ultimately having complete control over your final deliveries and fulfillment. Heed my words, make sure that you have an effective SKU and barcoding system from the jump, because if you wait down the line until you're kind of gaining traction and you're gaining sales, in order to implement this, you're going to find yourself in a bad position. So if you've ever wondered in terms of how you can go about understanding SKUs, understanding barcodes, understanding how to implement them into your business today, well, this is the episode for you.
What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one.
You guys have seen this before. Whether you're a retailer and you're shipping out product, you're going to want to have a barcode sticker. So this is a SKU sticker that includes crucial information. And there's a variety of information depending on what type of content you want to provide to the end user. So a barcode is these squiggly lines or these straight lines. This is a machine readable code that essentially outputs either a numeric or an alphanumeric sequence of numbers. You also notice a SKU. A SKU is a stock keeping unit. And again, this is intrinsically linked to the UPC. This, again, is an alphanumeric code that is individual and unique to every single variant of your products. You'll also notice a description of the product. This one says the women's high neck long sleeve ozone tee in pistachio green. And then you notice the size, and you'll also notice the brand name. What do each of these components have to do with the overall SKU sticker, and why do you need to include each of these units? Well, this is what we're going to get into in this specific episode. I mentioned that the first component of any SKU or any sticker that's meant to track your inventory is going to be a unique machine-readable barcode. The format that I best recommend for a small to medium-sized business is going to be UPC 12. This is a widely available format, and you can purchase a ton of these UPC numbers. You'll need to create a UPC number, a sequence of numbers typically between 8 and 24 units long, and each of these numbers needs to be assigned to a specific variant of your product. Let's just say you had a design of a red performance t-shirt, and that red performance t-shirt was available in 5 sizes. For each of these sizes, this would be considered a variant. And for each of these sizes, you would have one specific UPC number. Each of these numbers would then be used to generate the barcode. So you need that UPC number first in order to generate the barcode. And the UPC number you input needs to be congruent with the UPC barcode that you actually output. You can't have a UPC 12 if you're using the wrong data or the wrong formats. Typically, UPCs are going to be numeric. You'll be able to scan that barcode, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that that barcode is also assigned to a SKU. If you think of the UPC barcode as a machine-readable format, the SKU is a human-readable format. So this is more for your internal use and to be able to link that UPC code with your SKU. Your SKU is called your stock keeping unit, and this is an alphanumeric chain, and every single variant should also have one SKU associated with it. You have 5 different sizes. Each of these different sizes would have one unique SKU associated to it, and that SKU would be linked to a UPC number, which would be linked to the UPC barcode. So when you scan that barcode, it'll generate that UPC number, which can then be tracked and linked back to that SKU. So essentially, these 3 components, the UPC number, the UPC barcode, and the SKU, all link together to provide tracking in terms of your inventory, your sales, what units are being sold, and everything links to your backend. Typically, you would have a master sheet, whether this is on Shopify, whether you have your own backend, depends on your business. But you would set this up, and you'd have your product name. You'd have the SKU that's associated to that product name or that product variant. It's important to specify that this is the variant because you could have a product in multiple different colors in multiple different sizes. Here we're talking about a specific color of a specific size. And then you would have the UPC number, and then you would have the UPC barcode. So whether you're in store and the clerk scans the barcode, gives out that UPC number, it associates it on the back end with your SKU, and then from there you know that you have one less inventory of that specific SKU, and that tracks it as a sale against that SKU. That SKU will be used to actually output and to deliver your product out of your warehouse. How do you actually set up this system? Either you can do it in-house, and if you're to do it in-house, number one, you'd have to have some sort of formalized backend. Let's just say it's a Google Sheets. Lay out all the variants of your products. From there, you need to sign up to be able to have access to unique generated UPC numbers. Every single UPC number that you use in your business, you need to legally own. It's a piece of real estate. It's a piece of digital real estate. You need to purchase these barcodes or these numbers upfront and then assign each of these numbers to a SKU. Number one, you have the name of the company. So let's just say for my company, it would be Fittdesign. And then we'd have a dash. And then typically you'd have the gender of the product. What is the gender of the product? Is it male, female? So if it's male, you might have M. If it's female, you might have W. From there, you will have some sort of indication of the garment. Is it a short sleeve t-shirt? Is it a bra? So if it's a short sleeve t-shirt, SS. And then you might look at the variant type. So if this is a specific design of a short sleeve t-shirt that you have for this collection, you might call it 01. If you have another design, 02, so on and so forth. From there, you may want to include the colorway. If it's red, you need to make that very clear as RD. If it's blue, BL, so on and so forth. You'll ultimately have the size. Extra small, small, medium, large. There's no specific format that you have to adhere to, but it is important that you do and create a format that is easy to understand for all of the members of your organization. For simplicity's sake, it's important that your SKUs don't exceed over 16 digits, right? Anything more than that is typically overkill. And if you're still unsure in terms of how to set up your own inventory management system, well, you can always contact Fittdesign. We can get you guys set up from A to Z with everything you need, depending if you have your own in-house management system or you're using Shopify or any other third-party type of service. Hopefully this episode makes sense, and hopefully it's been a step in the right direction for you to understand your business and the logistical backend. I absolutely enjoy making episodes like this because I know when I started out, it was a little bit difficult to find the direction that I needed to guide my business, to set myself up the right way, to make the decisions that were right for my logistics, for my production, for my design, and everything that is included in what it takes to run a fashion business. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider smashing a massive thumbs up. It really does help us out. If you have questions for me personally, I offer one-on-one private consultations, and my slots are limited, but if you are facing issues in terms of setting up your own fashion business or scaling it and taking it to the next level, I guarantee you I can probably help you out. So check the link in the description and we can book that one-on-one call immediately. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.